Hello students, welcome to my SST class. Today I am going to start with a new lesson, Geography, Resource and Development. Okay. Now before starting the resource and development, I will tell you what is resource. Everything in our environment that can use to be satisfy our needs, that is called resource. Everything which satisfy our needs. Okay. But in further definition you can write which is technologically accessible. Technologically accessible, we can through technology we can get them. Economically feasible, we if we want to buy them we can purchase them. And culturally acceptable can be termed as resources. Culturally means it should be accepted by the society. That is all the resources. Okay, we have two types of resources, man-made and nature. Okay, now I will tell you on which classification of resources, or we can say types of resources. Firstly, it is type on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, it is divided into biotic resource and abiotic resource. The question also comes from this 1 marks, biotic resource and abiotic resource. These are obtained from biosphere, means these are we don't have to made it, they are naturally being given to us by God or from the nature, that is biotic resources. Example, you can take all flora, fauna, human beings are all biotic resources. Abiotic resources, these resources are composed of non-living things. Okay, so in this types of resources are means non-living things, they are abiotic resources. They example is oil, rocks, metal, etc., which do not consist of life, but they are composed through the non-living thing. Okay, now on the basis we have biotic, abiotic on the basis of exhaustibility. Exhaustibility means to say that limitation of use, we cannot use it in the abundance manner. When we will use in the abundant manner, then they are going to be finished off or replenished. Okay, they on the basis of exhaustibility they are divided into renewable resource and non-renewable resource. What is, now I will tell you what is renewable resource. These resources which can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical or mechanical process are known as renewable resource. Example, solar energy, wind energy, forest, water, soil, these are renewable resources. Okay, they can be formed again and again. Okay, now next is the renewable also divide into two, flow or continuous or biological resources. Flow continuous like running water, it can be flowing continuously, continuously is formed. Biologically it is formed by biological process, that is natural, vegetable, etc. Okay, vegetation, sorry, natural vegetation, etc. That is biological resources. This comes, these are part of renewable resources. Now I will tell you about the non-renewable resources. These resources are formed through long geological time period and cannot be renewed. Okay, it takes millions on millions of years to form. Okay, so and it cannot be formed if we are using it, it is finishing it off, and to renew it takes a long period of time. That is non-renewable resources. You can easily take the example of all the fossil fuel comes into the non-renewable resources. Now what is fossil fuel? Dead and decayed of a human being is known as fossil fuel. Fossil fuels, that is coal, petroleum, these are the forest, these are the fossil fuels. Sorry, forest is not there. Coal, petroleum, etc. are fossil fuels. Okay, on the basis of ownership. Now the resources are basis of ownership. First it is individual resource. Individual resources means those resources which are owned by individual or a person. Okay, for example, if I owned a house or I owned a plot or I own the land, that is individual resources. Okay. uh, Community resources. These resources are accessible to all the members of the community. Okay, like we have a pond, like we have temples, then we have um, temples, then we have suppose here it is a water park. All these public place park, Sanjay Ka park, all these are the community, because every community can go there. Okay, that is community resource. Next comes the national resources. These resources are under the control of nation. For example, all the national parks, national bird sanctuaries, water, these are all comes into the national resources. Okay, international resources. Those resources owned by the international, the like ocean water. Ocean water till 200 nautical miles are owned by the international. Means these resources are common to everywhere, accessible to each and every country. But till 200 miles, nautical miles, you can own the sea water. Okay, you can own the mountain area. Okay, these are the international resources. Now, on the basis of status of development, it means to say how they are developed, what is their status, what is their condition of development. On this type, the resources are divided on that basis. Example is potential resources. What does potential resources mean? These resources are found in the region in abundant but have not developed properly. Means they are found in abundant manner, enough manner, but still they have to be developed. That is potential resources. Next is developed resources. Means these resources are already developed, and if we are utilizing it, and more utilization, it will lead to a finishing off. Okay, then stock. These resources have the potential to satisfy human need. The requirement technical knowledge is then not have developed. Okay, it means to say that they can satisfy our need, but we do not have the development of technology to form the this resources, that is known as the stock. Okay, the last resources is resources reserves. These are specific stock for which appropriate technical know-how is available. Means we have this technology, we have reserved this as a in need for the future. We know this, we have these resources, but we have kept it for the preservation, or we have kept it to use in the future. That is known as the stock. So you see here we have studied definition of resources and classification of resources. Thank you. In next topic we are going to study about the planning of resources.